So one video I posted and it got the most hate ever, because it was the way it was cut and my tone and everything was like, Hawaiian is just a party trick these days. Everybody's just putting Hawaiian on their Instagram. I'm Hawaiian, and then I'm saying like, I don't care if you say you're Hawaiian, but if you're not doing this, then to me, like that doesn't matter. And so that was taken out of context. And especially my tone, because I was talking with Jordan that episode. So when you're talking with friends, you're just like you have no filter or whatever. Yeah. So that one, I don't think there needs to be a checklist to do certain things. Specifically to that, I'm only talking about people who use it as an advantage. Like
from what I mean, from what I know what I just said, it was more of this like I've seen you encourage people a lot to do it.
Definitely.
In a positive way. You're like, I think it would be good for you kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's a journey where you get to learn about yourself. You get to learn more about your culture. You start looking at the world in different ways. You start thinking differently. So if that's what you want to do, then do it. But if you don't, that's fine as well. Mm-hmm. But don't be like, I'm all Hawaiian and like. So
and the excuse thing too.
That's my thing is like, if you're gonna like claim certain things, like for example, if I'm saying, oh yeah, I'm a surfer.
Right.
If I'm carrying a surfboard around all the time, like I'm gonna want to know how to surf, right? Like
it's the poser vibe.
Yeah. And then like, okay, if you're saying you're Hawaiian, like that's cool. Like, yes, I'm Hawaiian. I'm explaining my nationalities.
Right.
I'm not always in Aloha. I don't speak Hawaiian every day. Mm-hmm. I don't do all these things that would make you a Hawaiian person. But I'm not just like using like going out to like places and be like, I'm Hawaiian, like, And that's like what I'm trying to say.
That's what you're saying.
Is like
if you're gonna like be a huge part of your identity everywhere you go.
Yeah, like take all the advantages of being Hawaiian just because you have blood. Because I know people who aren't Hawaiian that learn. I know people who aren't Hawaiian that does so much more for the Lahui that people who just because they have a drop of Hawaiian blood, So that's the thing, and nobody has to agree with that. But that's just where I stand on that.
It's good, brother. You're doing good.
Yeah.
You influenced me too. I mean, I guarantee you, a lot of your podcasts has influenced me on this recent journey,
Oh, well,
it's like
to hear that.
I just see something happening and it's encouraging for folks,
mm-hmm.
to just finally realize it's not a scary thing. Just go ahead and learn your culture,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, of course, I'm a rock guy, I'm a blues guy, I'm a musician. So that was my whole, from 13 years old up until these 40s, I was just all music,
Yeah.
But then you neglect some other pieces of you and you realize, there's no reason for me to do that. I can just, like you said, there's enough time in the day,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm on a journey and I appreciate it for inspiring me,
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. And I love getting messages saying, people are able to connect or be motivated by certain topics to do certain things. Even as simple as like buying a shaka tea because they saw it on the podcast.
Well, this is why you're doing this to begin with, right? Is to try to bring some influence and positive and inspire. So it's working. It's working, man.
I think my goal now is just to be more aware of how I express things, because I feel like the older I get and the more I'm able to just see how the world works, I'm just like getting to a point where I'm almost like, I'm not giving enough grace to people because I'm just like, man, anybody can do anything they want. Like no excuses. Yeah, I'm getting like super traditional. Like, oh, you want to run a marathon? Then go do it. Get off your couch. Start exercising. Like I get my mindset's like that, and I have to like remember again. And I always go through these phases like, okay, not everybody thinks like you. Not everybody has the same upbringing as you. You got to remember that. So I'm always catching myself. And now, ever since I've had all that like hate on social media, I'm like, wow, people actually care what I think.
Wow, I didn't realize that went down.
And then heavy. that's like, I'm like, I really have to watch out what I say. Like I can be honest, I can be truthful. I don't have to hold back. I just have to really make sure the message that I'm trying to convey is done correctly and in an appropriate manner.
What you mean is what you mean, and you say
Yeah, but also it not like making sure like I explain things properly so that it's not taken out of context where the people will get hurt by it.
Yeah,
Because
that's,
I don't
think,
care
the
if
point.
I offend. If you're offended, then that's something that's going on with your life.
You're
But
not
still,
gonna
I don't
change
want to.
what you think just
Yeah,
because of
I still
that.
don't want to hurt people.
But you're not trying to be violent out there
Yeah.
with your words. Yeah.
Yeah, and just like discourage somebody because somebody like you could see everybody has two different realities. You saw a video, you were motivated. Somebody could see the same video and they could be discouraged.
Yeah.
You know?
Good point.
So that's the thing I'm trying to be conscious of.
Well, I don't know, man. You got a nice soft touch to the way you do your thing. It's real gentle, I think.
Yeah, but that's
Maybe I didn't see that thing you were talking about though.
But that's because
you know.
you actually take the time to watch the clips, understand. For the people who have no context at all, they don't watch the episodes.
They're coming in.
They don't
and
hear
just,
me encouraging people. They're just like, this person just said I need to learn Hawaiian or I'm not Hawaiian. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying, but that's how they're gonna.
That's that comment section thing we were talking about earlier
Exactly.
too, man.
Yeah.
People are too quick to the gun. Misspelling everything.
Yeah. So it's just an interesting world we live in, and it comes with the territory. I'm sure you know.
It's a good thing that you're taking things in, you're assessing it, try
All the
to
time,
improve.
all the time,
That's
yeah.
all we can do is just try to be better today than yesterday.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're living to improve, not to impress.
There we go.
Yeah.